Well, I'm in Corfu, New York, about 35 miles east of Buffalo, New York, just off I-90. And today has not been a lucky day for me. Well, if you believe in numerology, then you should know that number 2 is not a good number. Usually that's where life will require some cooperation from you, will test your patience, you know, you'll have to be kind of like, you know, compliant and, you know, and very modest. It's a bad number. Anyway, so now I imagine what if you believe in that, then today is June 22nd. And June 22nd, incidentally, is the day that Russia was attacked by Germans in 1941. So that definitely was not a lucky number for them, you know, back then. So anyway, you know, when you pick up, I picked up these coils, right? And when you pick up a load that goes to Canada, you need 2 pieces of paper. You need the electronic manifest, and this is a cover page that's the agent sends you, right? And the second important document, you need Canada Customs invoice. And this is just one sheet of paper, but what it does, it tells Customs, you know, who the vendor is, who the consignee is, who the importer is, or purchaser of the equipment. But most importantly, the most important part of information on this piece of paper is the monetary or financial value of the load. So it just, you know, says what I have on my trailer, and then there's a unit price and total price. That's what they want to know. And my agent sent me a ton of paperwork even before I left Canada. If you remember, I drove empty to Philadelphia, so even before I left Cambridge, I had like 20 pages of paperwork, and I was, you know, thinking, what the heck is going on here? And turns out each coil has its own customs invoice. And they go in bond because they were brought by ship from Japan, so they inside US they go in bond, and then I have to stop on the US side before the Peace Bridge and go, there's a guy sitting there next to duty free, and ask him to cancel the bond, and he just stamps the bond that I'm out of the US, right? And then I deal with the customs. But anyway, so I have the invoice, but there's no financial value in it, right? And that's the most important part of information. 4? Okay, sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, the guy told me to drive in door 4 because I didn't finish telling you guys about the customs invoice. So basically what happened is that some clients don't want drivers and agents to know what the value of the load is, right? So they just send us empty invoices, like with no commercial value, but I cannot use that to clear the shipment. So what they do is they send us these fake invoices, but they send the real ones directly to the customs broker, right? And I send everything to the broker from my end, to the customs broker in the morning. And then 4 hours later I call them and I say, okay, so am I clear to go to the, you know, to cross the border? Because I was already like 1 hour away from Buffalo, from the Peace Bridge. And the guy says, we're missing some invoices. And I said, what are you talking about? I send you everything. And he says, no, your invoices, they don't have any value in them. We don't use them, but the customer sent us something, but out of 3 that we need, we only have 2. And of course today is Saturday, and I alerted the agent, who surprisingly answered his cell phone. So now we emailed everybody involved in this, but so evidently the customer or the buyer, whoever has these invoices, didn't send the proper one to the customs broker. And now guess what? Today's Saturday, right? I'm 30 miles away from the border, and the agent says, well, you'll have to wait till Monday. Oh, really? Then I want layover pay. And so I shut down here at the TA truck stop in Corfu. I thought it was Corfu, but turns out it's Corfu. Anyway, I shut down because I found the second problem. I was missing a big clamp on the exhaust just next to the turbo, like where the exhaust pipe comes out of the turbo. There was like a freshly no, you know, no rust, no paint on it. So I know that it wasn't there before. So and something is loose there, and I don't even remember what was there. Some kind of a big clamp. So I went to see these guys, and I said, you know, can you guys look into this? You know, I have some downtime here. And of course they said the waiting time is 2 hours. Okay, so I go grab some lunch, and then I decide to drop the trailer because it's pretty heavy, and I don't want to lose the spot in the parking lot. So I dropped my legs. I you know, pop out my red button, so that's the trailer brakes. I disconnect all the airlines. I drop the suspension, everything nice, and I get in the truck to pull away from the trailer, turn the key, and there's just a click. You know, not those click, 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 click when you have a faulty starter, but just as soon as I turn the key to the starter position, all the power disappears. Like all the lights go off here and here, you know, and nothing's happening. And I've been having this cut-off thing for a while. Like the truck just, you know, first time, it doesn't want to start. When you turn the key, just, you know, maybe runs, the starter turns maybe once, and then all the power is gone. So I don't know what's going on, so let's try now. Okay, you see this is ignition, and now I'm gonna turn to the right. Okay. You know, it's the typical story when your truck is in the shop. Of course, the problem is never there. You know, it's kind of like the truck is afraid to misbehave. So I don't know, but I don't want to get stuck again somewhere, you know. So I want them to look at this. I think it might be just some fuse or some electric nuisance, you know. Weird. And that was June 22nd, a day full of bad surprises for SERGEI DRATCHEV.